Hello, everyone. Marjorie Roman here. Welcome back to another episode of Franchise Your Success with the one and only Dan Olsen. How are you doing, Dan?
I'm amazing. Thank you, Marjorie. I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh, yeah, this one is going to be a really interesting one, I feel like. Because most people are asking us, okay, great, we get it. Franchising sounds like the way to go for investments. But which, in your opinion, are the top five that you would choose for investing at this time?
Wow, that could be a very long answer, but it's a very important answer because there are some pretty hot ones out there right now. So I'm going to talk as of February 2022 because that's subject to change a little bit. So if you're hearing this later, way later, there might be some newer ones that might come in and replace some of these hot ones. You never know. But the ones we've worked with for a while that are secure and solid and making headlines in the franchise world. Let me start with a food one first of all, and that one is called Melty Way. Has anybody enjoyed when they're growing up, especially a nice gooey grilled cheese sandwich? You just imagine that hot steaming cheese flowing out of there and the cheese flowing down the side of the bread that's been lightly toasted with a little bit of butter on it and the cheese in it. But then you can imagine different types of sandwiches, like putting jalapenos and cream cheese along with the cheese inside with a sweeter jalapeno sauce that you dip it in or spread on the top of it. So these sauces really set these Melty Way sandwiches apart. One of my favorite is the chicken avocado grilled cheese.
Oh, wow.
So you get a little bit more protein on there. And so you putting that together. But then there's more Hispanic looking with quesadilla type grilled cheese and with chicken or other types of protein in there, and chorizo and things like that appeal to a wide market. But one of the things that I did with my kids is whenever they wanted to go out and we tried to find something that would appeal to everybody, pizza was usually a pretty good choice. Most of the kids love to have pizza, but that gets kind of old. So what do you do next? So then you go to a burger place, or you go to a Chinese place, or you go to taco place or whatever. Not everything would appeal to my kids. And so, but one thing did appeal to them was grilled cheese. Every one of them loved grilled cheese. So, but they were hard to find until now. We're starting to see these pop up all over. We're starting to see these gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches go out. We're seeing macaroni and cheese dishes and things along the sides. We're seeing salads if you want to be a little more healthy. And also there's gluten-free sandwiches that they have also created, as well as some soups. So it's just, and then certain types of desserts as well. And of course they have the fries and they have the other things. But the key to this particular franchise is a lot of times food franchises have a high startup cost. And Melty has one of the lower startup costs. And it has, you don't need to have a hood. And that's one of the bigger expenses of the equipment, is to set up that hood so the flames or whatever smoke can escape through the roof. They don't need that because it's more of a toaster oven. This toaster oven creates a very special melt, and they've been able to use technology to figure out how to do it very quickly. So as you come up and you order, and by the time you get your drink and your other things, practically that quick, your order is up. And you get to see it made right before your eyes, so you can see it's done properly, and it's exciting. But the thing I like about this one, it's comfortable. It's fun. It's fun to take kids there. It's fun to take people there because they kind of go back to their younger days when they had the grilled cheese, and they can dip it into a tomato basil soup that's just tangy and just perfect. Or you can dip it in some other types of soups and several of the unique sauces that they have. So that's Melty Way, and it's a lower startup cost, good return on investment for food franchising. And of course, it can go in a lot of different types of locations as well. So you could go into malls, it can go into universities or airports or retail centers, strip centers, or whatever. We'd like to have an end cap if we can, so we can have a drive-through as well. Ooh. So it's just a very attractive, different, but yet comfortable type of franchises that produces a good return if you work it right. Of course, there's no guarantees. You have to work it. as a franchisee and set it up according to their system. But it's just a fun franchise that we really, really enjoy because of the food. And most of all, the people behind it are absolutely phenomenal.
Wonderful. And yeah, I feel like having a food franchise, that's pretty much one of the franchises that we know the most. I feel like most people know McDonald's or Burger King, pretty much those areas of franchising. But what are some of the things that you would look for when choosing a franchise, a food franchise to be specific?
Okay, so that's great. The food franchises, we like to see simplicity, simple yet powerful. So is there a powerful attraction to it? And this franchise has been set up by some of the top marketers in the country that know what to look for. They know what the look needs to be. If you walk into this franchise and you look at the franchise, the way it's set up, it looks like it's already, 500 or 1,000 unit franchise because it has that look and feel of a really solid franchise that appeals to the eye, that appeals to the people that surround it, and just makes it fun. So we look for that. We look for the marketing behind it. The marketing is critical on how it's done. Now, sometimes it's easy just to put it up in a location where you got a lot of traffic and they just come by, but you also need to be able to appeal to delivery markets and things like that, which set that franchise apart. But the other thing, as I mentioned before, is it's got some significant reduced investment for a food franchise. Sometimes food franchise, if you look at the big boys on the hamburgers or whatever, you're looking at $1 million, $2 million to be able to invest in one of those franchises. And the returns are okay. I mean, they're good. Or you can invest a lot less money in something like this, which is more of an emerging type franchise, which has a proven record and proven people behind it and support behind it, which allows you to grow a nice franchise system with much lower investment.
That's amazing. So that's for the food industry, though. But what about other industries that we could go into franchising?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of exciting there. One of the areas that I enjoy looking at is the medical or alternative medicine, the spa industries. I had a lot of experience in the medical or health related type franchises and personal services. I love those types of franchises because they're serving people. They're helping people with some of their health needs and significant challenges that they might have with their health. So the next one I really enjoy, in fact, I'm a franchisee of this particular program. I have a single unit and I also have a master franchise for this one. And so I'm enjoying that. And this one's called Pure Life Medical. And where this came from is I've done a lot of work in Costa Rica. And if you go to Costa Rica, they have their keyword down there that they wish everybody, instead of like go to Hawaii, they say aloha. You go to Costa Rica, they're going to say pura vida.
Oh.
And they're going to wish you the pure life.
Nice.
We want you to live the pure life. And that's what this one is all about. We want people to live that pure life. What I like about being in this healthcare space is you don't need to be a doctor. And in some cases, you may need to in fact, every case, you want a doctor to look over your clinic, but they don't have to be there all the time. So it allows the doctor to be there for certain periods of time, and you pay the doctor a minimal amount to oversee the clinic, while you can have a manager basically run it for you and for the doctor, so it can be run semi-absentee owned. And of course, they do weight loss, and they do DNA testing and remote patient monitoring with the new technology that's just out. So there's a lot of different things that happen with this technology with Pure Life Medical. But the biggest thing that I like is the fact that it's in a huge industry. If you look at the worldwide alternative health, you look at weight loss, you look at other types of medicines, and even the spa industry worldwide, you're looking at over a $3 trillion industry. And there are very few companies that have actually franchised in this space, but yet it's the way of the future. We want better health. We want to be able to take care of our bodies. We're looking at how we can not age as fast. And so these types of things are very popular and very significant in the world. And of course, this one also is a very low startup cost, and it allows the franchisee to get a very good return on investment if they do it properly, operate it properly according to the program, and it allows them to do very, very well as a franchisee with that lower investment. But the thing I like about it is I see people all the time. I've been involved with haircutting franchises and massage franchises and other types of franchises, and they've been very, very good. So the people leaving those would say, hey, this is a great haircut, great massage, whatever. They feel good for 15 minutes. They're done. And they forget about it, their experience. But as people leave this particular franchise, they remember you because you've helped change their life. And I don't know of a better business model where you can help change someone's lives for the better. And that's the track record we have with Pure Life.
That's amazing. I haven't heard that much about like medical type of franchises. And I feel like it's such a revolutionary type of investment because we truly are looking for longevity, and quite a bit of people are into that as well. So I feel like that's a really good market for sure. What other types of franchises have you seen that are pretty profitable right now?
Well, we're seeing one. Now, this is one that's up and coming. So you want to kind of watch for this one. Okay. So it's a newer one, but it's called Owie 32.
Oh.
So what's that one all about? What would you think that one's all about? That one is Advanced Wellness Innovations, AWI 32. And what this is all about is helping the body to be more fit in less time. So many of us will go to the gym and we'll go to a workout session and they're an hour long and we'll go in and work out hard and feel good. And we'll pay so much money per month for that exercise. And we're feeling good. We spend a whole hour in the gym or in that studio following the trainer along with other people. And so what this one does is it uses technology called electromagnetic stimulation, or EMS suit, which you put on a suit, kind of like a wetsuit. And you put the suit in, it's wireless, which is new technology. Most of the suits out there are wireless, so you're attached and you can't move about freely. So with this suit, you could go run on the beach or whatever if you wanted to, but you can go to one of the classes in this studio. And some of these studios we've seen over in Florida and also in Los Angeles that are having great success. And so you go in and you exercise with the class, but Marjorie, guess how long it takes you to get the same amount of exercise in an hour long with the suit? It only takes you 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So the name 32, you go in and warm up for a few minutes. You exercise for 20 minutes with the process. And you can do fat burn, you can do cardio, you can do strength training, you can even get a massage in these suits.
Oh.
And it's like putting on a wetsuit, no different. And these electromagnetic stimulation pads stimulate the muscles in a way to help your muscle accelerate the exercise that you're performing. Scientific studies will show that over and over again, that it's more effective. So you go in, a few minutes warm up, 20 minutes workout, a few minutes warm down, and maybe you get a little bit of massage or stretching at the end. So in 32 minutes, you're in and out, and you'll feel like you're 32 again. Oh. And so fitness, of course, and health and wellness is really hot. These also do some DNA testing. They also do wellness coaching, where you can look at your nutrition and what's best for you to eat, as well as some stretching. So it's just kind of a nice little wellness center, fitness center, where you can go and get 32 minutes. You're in and out quickly. So that appeals to people because not only is it a low investment, much lower than most of the big boys out there or the studios that are out there right now, because you've got a facility that you're outlining. It doesn't have to be anything too special, although we'll put some lighting and some maybe $10,000 worth of equipment in. We get the suits in there, but those suits can be financed by our supplier. So there is a very low startup cost for the franchisee to get on board, and we help them get members on board before they even open the door. And they're paying no more than they would go anywhere else. And they get to rent the suit, and they come in with their suit. And then we have a special little battery pack that goes on it to help facilitate the workout. And they get huge results in half the time.
Wow, that's truly amazing. Because like I've seen quite a bit of documentaries about so many athletes that are using electric impulses to activate certain parts of their muscles that they were not able to work out before in a regular gym. So I feel like that's more of a more complete fitness experience that you would get on those types of wellness clubs like that. That's amazing.
Yes.
So what other franchises have you seen that are starting to pop up that we should be watching out for?
Yeah, thank you. And for our own listeners here, having been associated with Chris and his team, This is one that came through his team that we're just starting up. And I really like it because I've done something similar before. We built up a really strong brand years ago doing the same thing. And this one is called Twisted Ink.
Oh.
And Twisted Ink does printing on about anything you can imagine except for paper. So in other words, you can screen print on a t-shirt, or you can put embroidery on a hat, embroidery on a shirt, or maybe even some on a pen or other objects that we help get out to the advertising promotional world. And so it's a lot of business to business. It's located in a small location, and the franchisee that wants to just get started doesn't necessarily need to have all the equipment. They might have some of the equipment just to start with. So it's a very low startup cost. And if they want to get more complicated or more exclusive or bigger and supply more orders, then they can get some of the equipment. But the key to this franchise, and there's a lot of people out there supplying t-shirts and whatever you're looking at there. It's a competitive business, but their key element of success, their unique selling proposition, is speed. And so a lot of people out there are ordering their t-shirts and they have a delay and they have to order them ahead of time. This one allows the franchisee to utilize the system to get the speed and quickness out there, to get the order out quicker and therefore bring the cash flow in much quicker. We're also seeing a higher order amount with these. So we're getting higher amounts of orders, bigger orders. So therefore it's fewer orders to deal with, but a higher amount of revenue. These do a tremendous amount of volume on a small investment. And so you can use kind of the latest technology. So you're seeing technology in this business, also a little bit of business to business, but also you have people that'll drop by your brick and mortar unit to actually order as well. So we're seeing a lot of different diversity, different income streams for this type of business. And I've done this one before with a different type of business. We're very excited about it, and we'll move this forward at a rapid rate.
That's amazing. So what makes it so quick, though? What are the technologies that they're using right now to make that?
So they have certain types of equipment that allow them to speed the process up of the screen printing, as well as the embroidery and things like that. I mean, equipment is equipment, but they have the process in place to do that. The other thing they have is an ordering system that allows them to get the speed into their system, to get the order out as quickly as possible. And the record shows that they're able to produce that in a quick way. And in fact, if you look at the reviews on it, people are grateful to be able to get their orders in time for a certain or special event, where otherwise it wouldn't be produced. I know there's been times when I've needed something like this, or a shirt or something for a special event. Oh, we should have a shirt, or we should have this, or we should have that ready for it. Yeah, let's call up and get that. In 2 days in advance of the events, you start thinking about these things. That's what a lot of people do. And so you call around and there's no place that can supply it for you on time. So in this way, they capture a lot more of the business because they are able to get things done quickly.
That's amazing. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes you just don't plan on those situations. Like, I mean, having a couple of extra swag and things like that. And it's amazing that company can actually handle last minute orders. Right. So in comparison to a regular printing company, how much faster would you think it is?
I don't have the exact statistic on that, but all I know is the customers are very happy with the speed at which they're able to do things and call up almost last minute and get things done. So anyway, we're very, very excited.
Definitely a really good emerging franchise that is coming up for sure.
Right.
And to complete our number 5 franchises, what's the last one that you could recommend us to look into?
Oh, wow. Well, over the years, we've worked in the spa area, and we love the spa industry. People are wanting to look younger and feel younger and actually be younger because there is a state of mind that goes along with those aesthetics and the treatments that we can have. So this one is called Aesthetics Health. And this is designed to help use laser and to use different technologies that help you look better, facials, special types of facials. And this is one that's so new that I haven't even been yet. And I'm actually going on a trip next week to go see that and have these experiences. So I'm excited to be able to come back from my trip looking a lot younger, feeling a lot younger, and people will pay for that. They'll pay sizable amounts of money for that. Rather than just a lot of them, you just go in and get your nails done, pedicure done, or whatever. These are a little bit higher level services and with more technology. And we're working on bringing in new technology that allow the speed and the actual success of these treatments to be done in a way that's above and beyond anything else that I've seen. They do. They can also do things with stem cells and things like that with facials and help the hair growth. They do micro pigmentation, which is in the scalp to help look like you have a fuller head of hair. So there's lots of different things like that. And hair replacement therapy and hair is huge. If we can grow hair like I'm going to go back there and see what they can do for me. I don't know if there's much they can do, but I'm excited to try.
Well, that's amazing. And it's amazing that we're in such a great time for doing franchises, I feel like, because there's so many technological advancements that you've been telling us about that have made possible these franchises. So thank you so much again for giving us these 5 most profitable franchises as of now, February 2022. And thank you so much to all of our audience for tuning into our podcast. Thank you so much, and see you on the next episode to find out if it's the right time to get into a franchise.